Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of the most extensive fan-made mythical Pokemon tournaments ever held by me. A full round robin where each mythical Pokemon battled every other one. You, the people, voted on every single matchup, and now we've got the final rankings from 23rd all the way to the top. In this video, I'll break down how each Pokemon performed in the tournament and explore why they may have placed where they did. We'll be looking at their vote totals, win-loss records, average vote percentages, and also diving into their media appearances, designs, lore, and how much love they got from the community. Let's fucking go. Coming in at dead last, we have Fion with just 978 total votes, averaging 11% across all of its matchups, and it didn't win a single battle. Often regarded as one of the least impactful mythicals, Fion suffers from being a derivative of Manaphy without offering very much new. Its lack of a unique storyline, limited lore, and no standout media appearances mean it has very little presence in the Pokemon collective. Zarude placed 22nd with 1,556 total votes, averaging 20%, and managed just one win in this tournament. It's one of the newer mythicals, having only been introduced in Sword and Shield, and it starred in its own movie, Secrets of the Jungle. Despite this, Zarude didn't leave a strong impression on most fans, possibly due to a lack of nostalgia and a relatively nothing design. Its jungle vine theme is interesting, but many likely found it too similar to existing Pokemon like Rillaboom or Simisage. Manaphy landed in 21st with 1,951 votes, a 25% average, and 2 victories. It starred in the movie Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea, which gave it a decent media platform. However, its lore connection to Fion often confuses most fans and just dilutes its identity. With a design that leads towards the cutesy rather than the majestic or mysterious, it doesn't have the same aura that makes other mythicals feel special. Volcanion earned 1,883 votes with a 30% average and 3 wins. Its dual fire-water typing is unique, but Volcanion came at the tail end of Gen 6 and never quite caught on. It appeared in Volcanion in the Mechanical Marvel, but the film didn't leave a lasting impact on the fanbase. Its bulky, steam-powered design is intriguing, but it lacks the elegance or charm found in more popular mythicals. Pecharunt took 19th place with 3,329 votes, averaging 35% and scoring 4 whole wins. A recent addition from Scarlet and Violet, the Indigo Disc DLC, Pecharunt is a poison ghost type, which is super cool to see, and whose lore is rich with eerie mythology. Despite being new, it made a strong impression thanks to its dark, fairy tale-like backstory and its role as the puppet master behind the Loyal 3. With more time and exposure, Pecharunt could rise in future rankings. However, I don't have a damn clue how they'd incorporate it into any storyline that is not just a repeat of the one they did. Keldeo finished 18th with 3,089 votes, a 36% average, and 5 wins. As a member of the Swords of Justice, it has strong thematic backing and even its own movie, Kyurem vs. the Sword of Justice. However, Keldeo's more playful, youthful design didn't quite match the gravitas of its legendary companions. It often felt like a sidekick rather than a central figure, despite its unique water fighting typing. Keldeo is well known but rarely beloved, often remembered more for its association to the other members of its quartet than for its own traits. Meltan came next and garnered 2,640 votes, averaged 40%, and won 6 matchups. It had one of the most unique reveals through Pokemon Go, which built early buzz, but its design, a simple metallic blob with a hex nut, left some fans starving for something. As a mythical, it feels more like a novelty or gimmick than a majestic creature. Its lore ties into ancient technology and magnetic forces, which are intriguing, but they are underdeveloped. Most people just see it as what comes before Melmetal. Magearna earned 3,544 votes, with a 43% average and 8 wins. Designed with a clockwork, steampunk aesthetic, Magearna is visually unique and tied to a touching backstory about artificial life and emotion. It debuted in the Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel film, but didn't receive enough individual spotlight to make a deep impact. Magearna has loyal fans who love its elegance and lore, but others find it too detached or inorganic. Zeraora tied with Magearna with 3,669 votes and a 46% average, also winning 8 matchups. With a fast feline electric design, Zeraora exudes speed and being really coolness. Its appearance in the Power of Us movie helped raise its profile, though it didn't enjoy as deep a narrative as some others. It's visually appealing, but suffers from limited story involvement and very little screen time outside promotional events. Hoopa brought in 4,223 votes, had a 49% average with 8 wins, 13 losses, and 1 draw. It's one of the most conceptually unique mythicals, capable of manipulating space and summoning legendary Pokemon through its rings. Its dual forms, Confined and Unbound, each represent stark contrast, with the latter bringing intense, chaotic energy to the table. Hoopa starred in its own movie, Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, where its power and personality were front and center. While the design is polarizing, many fans appreciate the mischievous genie vibe and the mythology-inspired aesthetic. Hoopa is quite divisive in the community, because some like the little bastard, and some find him obnoxious. Meloetta finished with 4,054 votes and a 49% average, securing 10 wins in the tournament. Its musical theme and dual forms, aria and pirouette, symbolize a kind of fusion of art and battle, giving it a classy, graceful identity. Also, its shiny looks like Hatsune Miku. Meloetta's anime appearances, particularly its bond with Ash, left a charming impression on fans who remember the emotional scenes. Despite having a low media footprint overall, its blend of elegance and mystery has earned it quite a fan base. Diancie accumulated 4,237 votes, a 51% average, our first over 50% average, and came out with 11 wins and 1 draw. Its sparkling gemstone design reflects its regal lore as the Princess of Carbink, and its fairy rock typing gave it some standout flair. Diancie starred in Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction, where it's portrayed with grace and dignity, amplifying its gentle yet powerful personality. Its Mega Evolution only made it more dramatic by being a massive fucking chandelier. While it doesn't always top popularity charts, Diancie has retained a consistent presence due to its elegant visuals and rich backstory. Celebi tallied 4,345 votes, averaged 55% and earned 12 wins during the tournament. As the time-traveling guardian of forests, Celebi is steeped in both mysticism and nostalgia. It played a major role in Pokemon Forever and made several impactful anime and game appearances, always portrayed as a protector of balance. While it may not be as flashy as other mythicals, Celebi's lore-rich identity and soothing design make it a fan favorite. It holds a legacy role in Pokemon mythos and remains a serene icon of Generation 2. Melmetal came 9th, achieving 4,742 votes, a 53% average, and 13 wins overall. As the evolution of Meltan, it brought a surprising level of power and lore depth to a previously simple design. With its industrial, metallic aesthetic and Gigantamax form, Melmetal feels like a modern legend forged in steel, as opposed to Meltan, who is a little droplet of steel with some hex nut in it. It's had notable presence in Pokemon Go, Pokemon Home, and the Let's Go series, giving it a consistent multi-platform identity. Though it lacks traditional mystique, Melmetal's transformation and distinct visual bulkiness have made it a memorable standout. It might be a newer addition, but its uniqueness is enough to earn it this strong ranking. Shaman pulled in 4,121 votes, a 55% average, and tied with Melmetal with 13 wins. It stands out with its charming dual forms, the Hedgehog and the Sky form, which gives it a more dynamic, airborne grace. Shaman starred in Giratina and the Sky Warrior, where its shy personality and transformation really captured some fans, especially the younger audiences for that one. Shaman balances cuteness and elegance, which helps secure a loyal fan following. It's so dang cute. Its memorable design and heartwarming lore kept it competitive in this tight tournament. Jirachi earned 4,714 votes, averaged 61%, and won 15 of its matchups. The wish-granting star Pokemon became iconic through its melancholic film, Jirachi Wishmaker, which gave fans a more emotional and personal glimpse into its lore. Despite not being a frequent media figure, its rarity and quiet wisdom lend it a timeless appeal. Jirachi continues to be one of the more beloved mythicals due to its balance of simplicity and emotional depth, and because genuinely just being associated with Generation 3 will just get you points right off the bat. Still love Jirachi though. Victini next totaled 5,838 votes, beating out Jirachi by a full 1,000 votes, with a 66% average, 16 wins and 1 draw. As the embodiment of victory, it was introduced with fanfare in black and white, and even had 2 movies centered around its debut. Its funny rabbit apple design and mischievous smile captured fans instantly. It's appeared in multiple events and spin-offs, which helps maintain its visibility. Its optimistic design and association with winning gave it an energetic charm fans continue to love. They turned Winston Churchill into a furry. Genesect next claimed 6,377 votes, had a 65% average, and won 17 matches. Reimagined by Team Plasma from a fossil, Genesect's cybernetic design stands out as one of the edgiest and most intense mythicals. Its movie role in Genesect and the Legend Awakened showcased its power and emotional struggle, giving depth to its creation-based lore. Fans drawn to mechanical designs and tragic stories gravitate to Genesect's gritty narrative. It's a sci-fi marvel in a lineup full of mysticism, giving it a distinctive place near the top. On to the top 5, and we start with Marshadow, who brought in 4,619 votes, averaged 68%, and won 18 of its matchups. Its shy, ghostly design, combined with its spectral boxing moves, is such a cool idea. The design's subtle menace and glowing eyes have made it one of the coolest newer mythicals. While it's quiet in terms of appearances, it leaves an outsized impression with fans who value aesthetic and mood. Marshadow is sleek, ooky spooky, and seriously well liked. It is impressive just how much a few choices can alter whether you end up with a Marshadow or with a Zarude. Coming in at number 4, Mew. Mew garnered 6,123 votes with a 70% average, 18 wins, and 1 draw. As the original mythical Pokemon, Mew holds a legendary place in the hearts of fans who were trading rumors back in Gen 1 and whoever saw it in Pokemon the first movie. Mew has been part of countless distributions and media appearances, always maintaining its status as a symbol of mystery and wonder. It balances innocence and omnipotence, making it unique among all Pokemon, not just mythicals. Few Pokemon, if any, can match Mew's enduring legacy and emotional resonance. Truly, they smashed the method right off the bat and have been struggling to recreate it ever since. Top 3 time, and we start with the Space Invader himself, Deoxys. Deoxys achieved 6,217 votes with a 71% average and a dominant 20 wins. Its extraterrestrial origin and shifting forms of attack, defense, speed, and its normal one gave it versatility and intrigue from day one. Deoxys was central to Destiny Deoxys, one of the most visually distinct and futuristic Pokemon films. It's definitely my favourite. Fans appreciate its alien menace and the lore of its transformation through a space virus, and the Delta episode in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire gave it a huge resurgence and deepened its mythos. Deoxys' balance of power, adaptability, and straight-up sci-fi horror has made it an unforgettable icon. Coming in at the runner-up position was Darkrai, who amassed 5,735 votes with a commanding 75% average and won 21 matchups out of 22. The Harbinger of Nightmares captivated fans with its ominous design and tragic, misunderstood nature. It starred in The Rise of Darkrai, a film that redefined it from a monster into a tragic anti-hero. With its flowing cloak-like body and that one haunting blue eye, Darkrai oozes cool and terror in equal measure. It's consistently been one of the most visually striking and narratively rich mythicals, and I really like him because I also like Shadow the Hedgehog and I have taste. Coming in at first place, we have the head honcho, the creator of all, the god himself, Arceus. Arceus took the crown with 7,662 votes, a stunning 77% average, and an undefeated, unmentionably good 22 wins. As the literal creator of the Pokemon universe, Arceus is unparalleled in lore and scale. Its role in Legends Arceus reinvigorated its presence with one of the best single-player stories in the franchise's history. Arceus' graceful, godlike design combined with its celestial origin story makes it feel truly divine. Fans responded to its grandeur, legacy, and new deeper story, crowning it the most beloved mythical of all. Did I know this was going to happen? No. Did I assume this was going to happen? Very much so, yes. And before we end it here, there are a few bonus things to consider after all of this. There were only 2 matches that ended in a draw, Hoopa vs Diancie and Victini vs Mew. None of these were particularly baffling since they do place near each other on the table, but it shows that the love for these ones in particular is just a little bit more divided than the rest. On screen, I'm going to put the table showing all of the stats, and as you can see from a few of these, having a higher vote percentage or higher total number of votes meant dick diddly. Yes, ultimately there is a correlation, but look at this. Genesect came 6th, and he had the 2nd highest number of votes. That's not incredibly terrible, it just shows that sheer numbers weren't enough, unless you are Arceus. And that is the entire tournament from 23rd to 1st based on your votes. Whether your favourite finished at the top or you think it deserved better, the Mythical Pokemon fandom is as passionate and diverse as ever. I basically love every single one of these with no questions. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know how you'd rank them. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see me talk more shit about things that I thought of in my spare time.